Hey, hi everyone. Good morning. And myself, I'm Radhakrishna. I'm a Java developer. So from today onwards, we are gonna classes with the Java and the JSP. So half an hour Java, or 45 minutes Go Java, and 30 minutes JSP. So I think there are only four members. Let me wait more 5 minutes, and after that, I will start the class. Okay. I hope everyone joined and let me start the class. Give me once again. Yeah. Okay. Let me share my screen first. Share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible to everyone, right? Just give me thumbs up if a screen is visible, or you can. Let me share my entire screen then. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about the introductions of Java and JSP, why we use JSP and why we use Java and everything. Okay, so today is the introduction class for the Java class. So just let me start with let me share my notepad here. Okay, so maybe you know or you may not, but Java, okay, Java is a famous language, and it's in a high level language, and it will be object oriented and platform independent. Okay, so this is a definitions of a Java. So Java is majorly used in the enterprise level, okay, because of its slogan of the Java. We have a slogan for the Java, which is nothing but a Vora. So Vora is nothing but write once and run anywhere. So it's widely used in the desktop applications and mobile applications and web applications and enterprise level systems also. Okay, so why? Because wherever we have Java runtime machines, okay, JVM, so it will runs anywhere because of the JVM. It is in a platform independent. If any system it has JVM, there we can run our Java code, and it also object oriented programming language because of based on the classes and objects. Object oriented will be explained in the upcoming classes. What are the classes and what are the objects, and it also robust. Okay, it's have a strong memory management and exception handling. So let me write it down so it makes sense for you also. So Java, right? Java, what we can say, Java is a high level. Java is a high level object oriented and platform independent programming language. We can call it as platform independent programming language. So Java is a high level object oriented platform independent programming languages. So it is a platform independent, and it is securely and widely used for and from Android applications to the enterprise level systems. Okay, as I explained you, we have a slogan for the Java. So this is slogan for our Java. We have like a Bora. So Bora is nothing but write once, run anywhere. Write once, run anywhere. So this is a slogan we have for the Java because of its independent platform independent and its futures. Okay, so and who invented Java? Anybody knows who invented Java? Okay, let me say the James Gosling. Okay, he is the founder of Java. When he was at the Sun Microsystems, maybe Microsystems at 1995. Okay, so at 1995, James Gosling was invented Java at Sun Micro Systems, and Java is a high-level, object-oriented, platform-independent programming language. So it is widely used from mobile applications to the enterprise-level applications. And this is in a slogan for our Java. So write once, run anywhere, and where we use it, used in desktop applications. Okay, desktop applications and mobile applications and mobile applications like Android. Okay, and also we use it for web applications. Web applications and enterprise systems. So enterprise systems are not which are company level. Okay, it's a real time enterprise systems. Okay, so this is overview of Java. So James Gosling was invented, and it's a high level, object oriented and platform independent programming language. And we have the slogan, so it's write once and run anywhere. And we used it more majorly in the desktop applications, mobile applications, and web applications and enterprise level applications. Okay, so what are the key features of the Java, like why it is majorly used? Okay, I already explained it's a platform independent, so it can runs anywhere because of the JVM. So we have the structure, we have the architecture of the Java. Okay, I will explain it to you. So before going into that, let me explain the key features. Okay, key features of the Java. So which are nothing but, as I explained to you, platform independent is one of that. So platform independent. So what is the platform independent? So wherever you have, okay, you have the Java code in your system or anywhere, so that has to be run in a particular system. So in that system, we need to have the JVM. JVM is nothing but Java Virtual Machine. So if you have JVM in any system, your code will run anywhere. So it runs anywhere because of that JVM. So that is the reason it's in a platform independent, runs anywhere because of JVM. So JVM is nothing but Java Virtual Machine. Okay. So because of the JVM present in our Java, the code will runs anywhere. Okay. This is the first feature we have, and the second feature is object oriented. Okay. So object oriented. So which means whatever the code we are writing. Okay. So in the real time or everywhere, so it will be majorly based on the classes and its objects. Okay, so class is nothing but a blueprint of our methods and variables, a collection of the variables and the methods. Okay, so and the real-time entity will be the object. So when we are in the object oriented classes, you get to know, but this is a future of our Java. So based on classes and objects. So this is a second feature. We have object oriented, and what else we can say? And we can also say the robust. Okay, so we have the better memory management, strong memory management, and also excellent exception handling. So exception handling is nothing but at the runtime when we are running our program. Okay, so to find if it gets any error, okay, so the Java program has to catch that error without crashing. Okay, so it has to catch that error and it has to explain to us what is the error. So that is nothing but exception handling. So that's the reason we have the strong memory management and exception handling. So we call it as a future. So it's in a robust nature, strong memory management, and also exception handling, right? So exception handling. And fourth one we have, it's in a secure program. So it's no direct memory access like a pointers or not, there are nothing like that. So no direct memory access. And fifth one, we have a multi-threading concept in Java. So we can we can perform any task. Okay, we have 2 to 3 tasks. Okay, 10 tasks. We can simultaneously run at the same time. We can run the 10 tasks at a time. So that is nothing but a multi-threaded concept. So we can perform multiple tasks simultaneously. Okay, simultaneously. And we also have the distributed versions. So distribution versions is nothing but it also supports the networking, okay, like RMI and web services and everything. Okay, so we have these features in our Java distributed, so which supports the networks also, which supports networking. So which are basically we have the RMI and web services. Okay, so so these are the main features and this is like definitions and what are the slogan we use for the Java. So these are the features of the Java. So Java is majorly used in, till now we are using in enterprise level also. They are using the Java, even though the Python is booming, but Java is also giving the tough competitions after the updates of the Java 8. Okay, so these are the main features of the Java: platform independent, object oriented, robust. So if we ask why we are using Java, uh, and what are the main features of the Java, so you need to say explain that it is a platform independent. Okay, it can run anywhere because we have the JVM and it is an object oriented programming language. So everything will be based on the classes and objects, and it also has a better memory management and exception handling, and it has a very secure, like we didn't have any pointers, so it has no direct memory access. And we can also perform multiple tasks simultaneously by using multi-threading, and it also supports a networking, so it will be well distributed level programming language. So we need to explain everything. Okay, majorly we use desktop applications and what is the definitions of the Java. So I can also give you examples for the relevance. Okay, so mostly in the banking sectors, okay, banking applications and enterprise level, we use mostly in Java. So whatever the banking websites are there till now, they mostly built it by the programming language Java. And Android apps we have, right, Android apps in our mobile phones we are using, so those are also written in the Java, and mostly we use the Kotlin language. We have Kotlin. Okay, so let me give the examples here. So examples in the banking websites. So mostly built in Java itself, and we also have a Android applications. Uh, they have Android apps. So here also we use mostly Java, but we have another language for it also. We have written in Java and also Kotlin. Okay, Kotlin. This is another language. Okay, which runs on the JVM itself. Which runs in JVM. Okay, and web applications like a real-time example. Yeah, we have IRCTC, right? So IRCTC is Indian Railways website. So it is also built on the Java base itself. Okay, So web based. So web based are we have IRCTC. So these are the real time examples, okay, and we also have the flip backend, okay. There is also built on the Java, okay, Java based itself, based on Java programming language. These we use in multiple sectors, banking websites. One second, yeah, okay, banking websites and Android applications and web-based applications, IRCDC Flipkarts. Mostly we use till they are using the Java base itself. Okay, and in our we majorly use like what we can say in our ATM machines. Okay, when you swipe your ATM card or in a book a ticket on online, so there is a high chance a Java application is running behind the system. Okay, so there is a high chance because of our Java features. So there is mostly high chances in their backend applications we use Java. Okay, so let's get into the architecture of the Java. So the Java architecture is simple. Okay, it has Java development kit and JRE and JVM. So these are the main architecture of the Java. So let me explain it to you here. Java architecture. Okay, so we have JDK and J JDK, JRE and JVM. Okay, we have three major. We have JDK and JRE and JVM. So JDK is nothing but a Java development kit. Okay, JVK is nothing but Java development kit. So it is in a tool set. Majorly, it contains compiler, debugger, and libraries, and it contains compiler, which is nothing but a Javax, and we have the debugger, and we also have the libraries. Okay, so this is JDK, and we have the JRE. So JRE is nothing but Java runtime environment. Java runtime environment. So it is used to execute the Java programs. So it contains JVM. Okay. So JRE contains a JVM, and JVM is nothing but Java virtual machines. So which actually converts bytecode into machine code. Okay. So which makes Java platform independent because of the JVM only. The systems are understanding what we are writing in our languages. Okay, so Java runtime is nothing but for executing the Java program. For executing Java programs. For executing the Java programs. It contains JVM. Okay, JRE contains JVM and libraries. Libraries needed for execution. Okay, so needed for execution. And we have the JVM. So JVM is nothing but, as I explained to you, Java virtual machine. Java Java Virtual Machine. So Java Virtual Machine, it works to convert bytecode, okay, bytecode into the machine code, okay. So which makes Java in. So because of the JVM only, it makes Java as a platform independent. Java platform independent. Okay. So this is the architecture. of our Java architecture. So JDK, JRE, and JVM. Inside the JDK, okay, inside the JDK we have the JRE and JVM, and inside JRE we have the JVM. Okay, so this is a architecture. So of the Java, and the flow of executions will be like so in our program. Okay, so when we have created a file, okay, with the extension of a dot Java, flow of execution will be C. So I have created one program dot Java. Okay, so first it has to be written in the Java syntax. Okay, so then it has to be compiled. Okay, this has to be compiled. So this is has to be compiled. So Java is in a compiled language. So it has to be compiled by the Java. Okay, so Java is nothing but it contains in the JDK. So it contains a compiler. So this compiler has to compile that code, and it has to send the class file. Java will convert that program, okay, program dot Java to the class. So this is class is nothing but the bytecode. Class is nothing but the bytecode, and it has to be interpreted into the machine understandable language. So which converts bytecode into machine code? So which is nothing but a JVM. So JVM has to be interpret this bytecode into machine understandable language. So here it has to be interpreted by whom? By JVM. So the JVM will converts that bytecode into machine understandable language. So machine has to understand finally, right? So whatever we have written in our program.java, so it has to be compiled by Java, okay, which is nothing but a compiler which is present in the Java development. So that bytecode has to be converted into machine understandable language by using the JVM. Okay, by using the JVM we are converting the bytecode into the machine understandable language, which is nothing but machine code. Okay, so example, if you are writing a Java program in Windows, and you can still run the same dot class file on the Linux or the Macs, because JVM is a platform specific but bytecode is universal. So whatever you have written, so this is a whatever the code you are writing in the Windows, or you can, if you have written a program in Windows and you want to run that program in Linux or Macs, so irrespective of your platform, okay, we can run the same code on the different platforms because of the JVM. Okay, because of the JVM, because when you are writing and compiling that, it will be gone into the bytecode. So the bytecode is a universal on any platform. So because of that, JVM can interpret that language, and it can understand to the machine whatever you have written. So JVM is here. The JVM is a translator between our bytecode and to our machine. So once you write a code in one language, and JVM translate it to whatever the machine understands. Okay. So for Windows, it write the code to that machine understandable, and Linux and Mac OS. So whatever you have written, it will convert that into the machine understandable language. So this is the flow of our execution in the Java. So everybody has to be get on with this. Okay, so whatever the code we are writing, that has to be compiled, okay, by using the Java. So Java is nothing but a compiler in the Java development kit. Okay, so that compiler code will give the bytecode. Okay, it will give you the bytecode. Then this bytecode has to be interpreted to the machine understandable language. And in Java we have the JVM, which converts bytecode into the machine understandable language. So we can write once and we can execute anywhere. Now let me open my one small program to write it. Okay, so we have Java software, right? So everybody has to be install the Eclipse. Okay. So, and if you want to run the system, okay, if you want to run the Java programs and if you want to execute, so you need to install Java and Eclipse. Okay, if anybody don't know how to install Java and Eclipse, just ping me in the chat, okay? Or I will take the next class on the installations of the Java and Eclipse installations also. Okay, if you faces any, if you are not aware of how to do, okay, let me explain to you that also. Okay, so just let me know in the chat box. So let me decide to take the class or not on the installations. Okay, so it's a simple, just go to the Chrome and download the JDK first. JDK, whatever the version is suitable, you can download, or like above 17 is fine. So you can also install JDK. So just simply go to the JDK downloads, and here we have the oracle.com. Okay, Java downloads, right? Just click on that link and go to the JDK 21 here, scroll down, and here we have the different operating systems. So based on your operating systems, select your operating system. Mine is Windows. I am just selecting the Windows and go to the installer and click on that link. Okay, so when you click on that link, the download, it will download that JDK. So after downloading, you simply has to be installed by double clicking that JDK. Okay, if you face any issues in the installations or anything, just let me know in the chat or in the WhatsApp. Okay, we will decide to take the installations class in the tomorrows maybe. Okay, so now I have ready my Eclipse. So let me show you one small program here. So let me create one project. Okay, so here I'm creating one small project and Java project. So don't bother about everything. I've explained everything, but now let me create one small package. Okay, first under package basics. Finish. Here we have the basics, right? Inside the basics package, let me create one class. So what might be the class name? So just give the class name as hello. Okay. So I'm just here. See, we have the public, which method stubs would like to create. This is a main method actually. So so whenever we creating a new file in our program, so first program, we need to select this public static void main program. So because public static void is a main method, whenever you run the Java program, it will search for the main method itself. So from the main method itself only, our program is going to execute. So this is our basic first program. Assume like that, okay? And this is my class name, hello. And this is a public static void main is my main method, okay? So this class hello is an a inside whatever the program we are writing, so it has to be inside the class itself only in the Java. Okay, and public is are the here we have the public, right? So these are the access modifiers. So when you have given the public, so we can access this class from everywhere. And the static is a main method, so it belongs to the class, so there is no need to create like objects. So when you are creating in a class, so we need to create an object to use that class. But for this main method, so for this class we don't need to create an object for this main method. So void is It's nothing but it doesn't returning anything. So to indicate that this method is not returning anything, we need to use the void in the method. So basically this is a main method, so we don't need to create an object of this class to use this method. So that is what we are saying as a static. Okay, static is when you don't need an object to that class to use that method, so then we will declare that method as in a static. So this is an important key, and let me explain each and everything in the notepad itself, so it will get to know better. So first program, let me give the example as like this. First program. Okay, so what is the first program? So we have written like this, right? So this is a package basic, and inside that we have the public class. So here the class hello. Okay, so every Java program, okay, whatever the Java program is we are writing, so it has to be inside the class. Those this is a class. So program must be inside a class. Okay, so this is a class name, and we have the public. So this is an access modifier. So when you have given the public, we can access it from anywhere. Accessible from everywhere. And here we use a static keyword, right? So static keyword will, why we have given the static means, so when you are using not only this method, okay, so inside your class we create the methods, or we will come to that next. Okay, so but static is when you don't need to create the object for this class and you can still use that method. So when you indicate that keyword per particular method, so we don't need to create an a object to use that method. So we can call it as this is a main method, right? So main method belongs to the class, but no need of object creation. No need for object creation. This is in a static, and void will declare us to main method will not return anything. Doesn't return anything. Okay, and string, here we have the string array and args, so which are used for command line arguments. So when we are running the program, so we need to interact with the program through the command line, we use the string, and when we are communicating with this command line, so it takes the arguments in the arrays. Okay, so it is used for command line arguments. Command line arguments. And here, so these are the basic syntax of the of our Java program. Okay, so here when I want to print it my name, okay, so here let me give this is a comment word, but when I want to print my name in my console, I use a system dot out dot println. So this is basically an output statement. So when you want to print out something in the console, we use this, and semicolon is must to end the line of code. So println will print out on the console. So here I want to print my name. So my name is Krishna. Okay, so when I run this program, okay, when I run this program, it will run and print my name because I use printout statements. Okay, so now, so understand, right? So let me go to the Eclipse. So here, let me write it out. System dot. So when I want to print something in the console, I will print it out like this. Okay. My name. So this is a simple program with a Java syntax. So we need to give the See here, when I created one Java file and given the name with the hello, the class also, we can have the different names. Okay, we can have the different file name and different class name also. Okay, and public static void main static will explain you without creation of the object. We can still use this method, and public will say it can accessible from everywhere, and void will say it will not returning anything. So when you have given void to any method, it is indicating you that it is not returning anything. And this is a main method name, and this is a string args which want to communicate with the console. So here we have the console, right? When you want to communicate with the console, it will we will take the string as an array. So when I want to print it out to the output, I use the system dot out dot println. My name is Radhakrishna. So I want to print it. So simply you can run it here. When I want to run, right click and run as Java application. See here, I have printed my name is Radha Krishna. And let me give this statement like this also. Oh, if I have system dot out dot print ln of 10 plus 20. Okay, let me write it like this. Okay, what I have given, I have given the two numbers and I want to print it out. Okay, so let me run this again. So it just printed out. Okay, I didn't save this. See here we have the asterisk, right? So here we need to save this, control s and run it again. So see, first I have given in the string and then I have given the two numbers. So when I want to print the two numbers, I have given the 10 plus 20 and it did addition. Okay, so when you want to like boolean, so we have in Java, we have a different data types. So I will explain that in the tomorrow's class, but just listen what is happening. So I have given here system dot out println 5 is greater than 3. Okay, and then just simply giving semicolon, save it and run it again. So see, so this is an a, so it's checking 5 is greater than 3 or not, and it's returning the output as a boolean. Okay, so notice here the Java is strongly typed. Okay, so every statement has a meaning and the compiler will checks for the correctness before execution. So compiler is nothing but, so when we are writing the code, okay, see here it giving the syntax error. So how it saying as a syntax error means the compiler will check the every line what we are writing. Okay, so for every line we have the meaning. Okay, so the compiler will check for every correctness before execution. So here let me give here. Okay, so then the error was gone. So this is how we can create, and we have the different types. Okay, and every statement has a different meaning in the Java program. So this is a basic Java program for today's, and this is enough for the today's class in the Java. Okay, in the tomorrow's class, let me discuss about the data types and what are the data types we have in the Java and what are the variables we have in the Java. Okay, so this is about the Java class, and next we will start with the JSP. Okay, new file. I will give you 2 minutes if you have any doubts regarding anything like installations or anything till now, or let me know through the chat box. Or if not, everything is good. I will start the JSP in the 2 minutes. Okay, or 1 minute. So basically, the JSP is nothing but Java server pages. So we are learning simultaneously with the core Java and JSP. So unlike the core Java, JSP is let you write the Java inside an HTML code. So that is nothing but we are using the JSP as an HTML, but we can use the Java code in that HTML. So that is nothing but a Java server pages. Okay, so is everything good with this? So I will go into the JSP. So I will just simply show you what is JSP and how we can create dynamic web pages and how we are using the JSPs and everything. Okay, is everything good then? Let me start the JSP. Okay, then let me start the JSP. So the JSP, we are going to simultaneously we are going with the core Java and JSP, right? So including the JSP, we combine the JSP and JDBC. So JSP is nothing but Java server page, Java server pages. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, entire screen, share it. Okay, so let me open my notepad. See, JSP is nothing but it's in a Java server side pages. So we use HTML, but that allows us to write the Java code inside the HTML. So it can create the dynamic web pages. So JSP is nothing but JSP is a server side technology. Basically, we call it as a server side technology. So it allows you to write Java code inside the HTML. It is basically HTML code. It's basically HTML we have, but inside that we will write the inside HTML to create the dynamic web pages. So dynamic web pages. Okay, or we can call it as like this, or we can call it as JSP is a server side technology, which is used to create the dynamic platforms, dynamic web platforms. Okay, dynamic platforms independent on the web pages. So we can call it as that also, or like he can call it as JSP is a server side technology used to create dynamic web pages. Dynamic platform independent web pages. Okay, so we can call it as both. So 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay, so and we have the keys. Okay, so key features here also. The JSP is nothing but say as I said, right? It's a HTML and Java combination. So the key features are nothing but HTML. We can embed the code with a Java, and it is an executed on the server, and the result is sent to the client browsers as an HTML only. Okay, so what I can say is it is executed on the server, and the result will be sent to the client, browser as a HTML only, as HTML only. And a JSP file, .jsp file contains HTML, Java code, and it contains a Java, like a JSP tags. We have different tags in the JSP, so it contains HTML, Java, and JSP tags. So JSP tags, usually this is a scriptlet tag we use in the JSP, and we also have the expression tag. Okay, so like this, we have different tags in the JSP, and JSP files are easier to maintain. And we also have the servlets. It's a different concept. So JSP files are better than that servlets. So why we use mostly JSP means, so for the faster development of the web applications, we can develop the web applications by using the JSP. So, and it is also easy to integrate with the front end technologies and back end technologies. So in the front end we use HTML, Bootstrap, CSS, everything, right? So in the back end we use a Java code. So to integrate the both, we can, it's an easy. So we use the JSPs, and it also replaces a servlets, which is uh, it's an old topic for generating the web content. So now we are using the JSPs. So for the huge for the faster and easier integrations, we use a JSP to develop our web applications. And there is a major difference between the JSP and the HTML. Okay, so in the JSP we have only HTML plus Java, but in the HTML it is in a static content. Here we didn't. We can develop in a web application on the base of HTML, but it isn't a static one. But when you want dynamic web applications, we need to use a JSPs. Okay, and the maintenance for the both also easy, like a JSP and HTML. But output will be in the case of the JSPs. Okay, the output will be HTML with embedded Java. But in case of the HTML, it's in a static page. Okay, it's in a static page. And what we can say more within a JSP. Mm, that's it. Majorly, we use it for the dynamic, for the creation of the dynamic web pages and login forms and registration forms and dashboards. Okay, we can create like that. Okay, for JSP, we can use it like login forms. Okay, and registration forms and the dashboards. Okay. So we will develop our major project or whatever the project in based on the JSP and the JDBC itself. So these are the examples. And what is a JSP? You can say it's a server-side technology. So we can embed the Java code within the HTML. So it's basically an HTML page itself, but it has a different future to encode with our Java code. Okay, so this is about the JSP, and I can show you the small JSP example. Also, let me give you the JSP basic syntax here. So here we need to use a HTML, right? So it basically JSP is nothing but the HTML inside the JSP. HTML inside the JSP is written normally inside .jsp file. So whatever the JSP file is there, inside that we will write then a JSP HTML code. in the inside JSP file. So for that we use their scriptlet tags. Okay, so the scriptlet tags are nothing but the Java code. So when you want to write the Java code in the HTML, okay, so we use this scriptlet tags. Those are nothing but less than percentile and less than percentile. So basically we write the Java code here. So inside the scriptlet tags we use a Java code. So this, it will runs on the server. So we use our local server, and that there our code will be runs. So for that we use a scriptlet tags, and we also have a different tags like directive tags, expression tags, action tags. So I will go through that everything on the next class. Let me show you one basic scriptlet tag also. So let me close everything once, and let me create one file here, new. It's in a basic one, so I will show you how to create and everything. So uh, give me the name as a demo file. Okay, so this is basically one JSP file. See, it has an extension with the .jsp file, and this is in a directive tag. Okay, so this is in a directive tag. Now as I explained the scriptlet tag, right? So this is basically a scriptlet tag. Okay, so this is basically a scriptlet tag. So where we need to write the Java code here. So here we need to write the Java code between the scriptlet tags. So this is a JSP. This is a JSP file, and this is where we need to write our basic code. So this is in a JSP directive tag. So which is nothing but scriptlet at the rate page we have, right? So this is in a page directive tag. So when you want to write a small code in this, so here you can use the simple HTML tags like h2, okay, and h2, like you can also print it, right? Hello, okay, whatever you want you can print it. But when you want to include the Java code, so you need to use the scriptlet tags. Okay, today in Java we printed by using system.out.println, right, in the Java program. But in JSP we can print directly on the web page. So now we are printing that in the Java we have written something like this, right? System.out.println to print it out in the console. But when you want to print it out in the web page, we can also print it by using out.println in the JSP pages. So this is how the Java will connect to the our web world. Okay, so and what else we can discuss? So this is in a basic one. Okay, so this is a basic interaction, and if you need installations class also, like if you want to install Java and Eclipse in your systems, so let me know through the chat, or if you have any doubts regarding anything from the today's class, let me know through the chat. I will wait for you for more 10 minutes, and I will clear your doubts. So if you want anything from me, like installations for the Java or anything, or from today's class, let me know. Does anybody or everybody have the Java and Eclipse in your local systems? Okay, let me show you that also, to how to download and install it. So I have more 10 minutes, so I will show you. If anybody is not interested on saying anything, let me share and show you everything. Okay, so just simply go to the Chrome and enter the JDK downloads. So this is how we need to download the Java into your system. So go to the first link, which is nothing but www.oracle.com. So go to the Java downloads and scroll down. Here we have the Java 20K. So if you have lesser versions like JDK 17 or 16 also, it's okay, fine, download it. Or if you want to go with the JDK 25, it's okay. It's okay for everything. So JDK 21, so this is nothing but a JDK, as I discussed, Java development kit. Okay, so select your, based on your operating system, select your system. Okay, Windows. I'm going with the Windows and click on the installer. Okay, so once it has done, okay, so I just clicked it and let me save it here and see here the downloading was started. Okay, after completion of the download, you simply need to execute that .exe file. See here, I have the JDK 2021, right? So just simply double click on that and it asks for you, okay, click on X. Yes, I want to allow my system. And after that, it will start the preparation. Okay, so welcome to the installations of Java SC development. So simply click on the next. So next. So Java SC installation auto updates requires space, available space. So I didn't have space, so I'm just rolling back. Okay, just simply just click on next button in your system and the JDK will successfully install. So if you want to know whether it was installed successfully or not, you can simply open your command prompt. Okay, cmd. So here you can check your Java version like Java hyphen hyphen and version. Okay. So if it is installed successfully in your system, it will show you like this Java 22, okay, zero point 0.02 versions and date and month and everything. Okay. So if it not shown like this, then it was not successfully installed in your system. Okay, so if you same just like that, we also have the Eclipse. So here we need to download the Eclipse. Type Eclipse downloads. Okay, so here we have the first link, right? Eclipse downloads. Click on that link and go to here, download packages. We have the different packages, so we need to download different packages for different applications. Basically, when we are creating our project, we use the Java double E, or okay, mostly we use that. So go to the download packages. Here we have the different types of Eclipses. See, Eclipse IDE for enterprise and Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Okay, we have a different types of Eclipse. So we need to download this. Okay, Java Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web developers. So you need to select your operating system and based on 64 or whatever the bit you have. Okay, so mine is 64 and I already have that. So simply click on this 86.64. Okay, it will start downloading. See, here we have, right? So once you click on download, it will start downloading. So it takes more time to download. So you need to download in your system. Everybody, after this class, just try with the download. If you have any doubts regarding downloading, and after downloading, I will explain that to you in the next class. Okay, so because it doesn't take much time, but it takes time to, it variants different for the different system to different. So in my system it takes much time, and in some systems it take less time. Okay, after completion of the download, go to that file and unzip that file. Okay, basically it will be looks like this, I think so. Downloads, go to the down. After completion, I think I saved it somewhere else. Yeah, in the Java workshop. See, it will be sorry, Java softwares. Yeah, it will be downloaded like this. See, compressed zip file. So you need to extract this. So for extraction, click on that file and see here it will show you the extract. But you can also extract by right click on that. If it is not visible to you, extract on that file. So simply right click on that and extract it. So once you extracted it, that Eclipse file folder will be, see, it will be typed as a folder. Okay, so then after extraction of your file, just simply go here inside the Eclipse. You have the eclipse.exe application. Okay, so just simply open that. So that's a download and installation process. So it doesn't take much time, but if you face any issues regarding installations of the Java or an Eclipse, just let me ping in the group, or I have my number in that group also, or you can also chat in this box. I will wait for more 5 minutes. Let's try with the installation, and let me ask, you guys can ask any questions regarding anything from today's class. I don't know anybody, how many members are taking part of this class or listening to this class, but those are the basic things: installations, JDK and the Eclipse. So please install in every systems, and from Monday, I think so. I think mostly for tomorrow also. I don't know whether we have tomorrow class or not, but we will take mostly introduction class in the 2 days. After that, we will start the course concepts in the Java and JSP. So mostly we will go with the practical on the Eclipse. So it's important to download everybody in your local systems. So for the practicing only, you will get the knowledge. You will get the programming Java. So you need to perform daily tasks also. I'm just waiting for you. If you have any doubts, just let me know regarding anything, installations also. Okay, if everything good, you have installed Java and Eclipse, you can drop off from the class. And that's a today's class. Okay. Still you didn't have any issues, it's okay. Okay, then thank you guys, thanks for attending the class, but make sure attend the class and listen to each class. Okay, so tell your friends also join the class, and because it's important when you're doing your projects or in the viva, they ask what and how you're doing, so it's important. Thank you for joining.